Audio file name. Scorpio, March 2026. The tremendous effects of this month.
The tremendous effects of this month.
According to this month's sky indicators.
We are looking at a cosmic map that is absolutely electrified. Welcome, my honeys, to our fabulous astrological session. I am practically vibrating with excitement today because, well, we have a towering stack of sources on the table.
Yes, absolutely. We have pulled together the latest transit charts, the expert astrological journals, and those comparative Vedic texts. And the mission of our discussion today is to synthesize all of this data entirely and exclusively for one very special, very intense sign. That is right. We are talking to you, Scorpio.
It is absolutely fantastic to be here and, to be focusing completely on that powerful Scorpio energy. We are bringing the warmth, the joy, and maybe a little bit of that signature sass to the stars today.
I can't believe it. When you look at the cross-reference between the Western psychological transits and the Vedic material planes for March 2026, it is undeniably a massive, beautiful turning point. We are going to navigate those ferrous, intense emotional waters of yours to find the spectacular, undeniable good news that is just waiting to be claimed.
And, Scorpios are famously impatient and want to uncover all the secrets right this second, so I'm getting straight to the point. Oh my God, can you look at the chances for Scorpio this month? It will make you smile. We are bypassing the superficial and getting right to the core. Okay, let's unpack this, starting with the huge social shakeup coming your way.
Right. We have a massive lunar eclipse hitting on March 3rd. And what's fascinating here is how a lunar eclipse interacts with the specific energies of your 11th house. Because you are an audience that truly understands the mechanics of the sky, you already know we aren't just talking about casual networking here.
No. The 11th house is the architecture of your long-term visions. It is the collectives you aligned your soul with.
Exactly. And this eclipse is not just a passing transit. This is the grand finale. It is the last time an eclipse will hit this specific sector of your chart for 9 whole years. Think of a lunar eclipse as a cosmic spotlight that forces everything hidden in your subconscious right up to the surface.
A cosmic spotlight. And honestly, my lovely Scorpios, it is shining a glaring light on your social life and asking some very pointed, almost uncomfortable questions. I mean, are you just following the herd?
It really is asking that. Are you just conforming to fit in?
Yes. Are you playing the sheep in your friend group just to maintain the peace? Now, I know what you're thinking. Scorpio, you are the least sheep sign in the entire zodiac. You are naturally a lone wolf, a mysterious, autonomous creature. So why on earth are you pretending to just be one of the flock?
That is the exact psychological tension this eclipse exposes. As Scorpios, your natural intensity and power can sometimes intimidate people, so what do? You adapt.
You shrink yourself.
Right, you create a false ego, a camouflage. You play the wallflower, or you rigidly lock yourself into the role of the perpetual peacemaker, just so you don't overwhelm the group.
Or conversely, you are always forced to be the leader because nobody else has the strategic fortitude to step up.
Exactly. And this eclipse brings the absolute psychological death of that false Scorpio ego. You are going to wake up this month and realize that this camouflage is suffocating your true nature. It is time to shed the sheep mentality entirely.
The death of the false ego. I love that framing. Because it really is about shedding that toxic conformity. You're freeing your soul, my honeys. March is the month where draining relationships, those vampire friendships that feed off your energy while demanding you stay small, finally meet their absolute end.
It is going to be incredibly liberating, but we have to acknowledge the immediate fallout of cutting those cords. There is a very specific window in our transit journals we need to warn you about.
Ooh, yes, the gossip window. Tell them.
Between March 8th and March 22nd, as you actively dismantle these old roles, you're likely going to hear people gossiping behind your back. The individuals who benefited from you playing small are going to be very vocal about your sudden boundary setting.
Oh, let them talk, my dears. Play blind and deaf. See nothing, hear nothing, and do not let those people exhaust your energy. It is almost comical, isn't it? They are only talking about you because your transformation is so bright, it is blinding them.
It really is. But practically speaking, you have to understand the cosmic reward for graceful detachment here.
Yes. What happens if they just ignore the drama?
If you can step out of the sheep mentality and let the gossips talk to the wall without engaging your famous Scorpio stinger, the space you clear out socially is immediately filled with high-level opportunities. The journals are showing incredible support flowing in from elders, established mentors, or powerful figures in your industry.
By refusing to engage in low vibrational drama, you signal to the universe that you are ready for high vibrational alliances. Right now, for you, it is all about who you know, not just what you know.
Absolutely. You are making room for the VIPs to enter your life, which perfectly transitions us to the mind-blowing pileup of planetary magic happening in your fifth house, the Pisces stellium.
Oh my goodness, the sheer concentration of energy in Pisces right now is staggering. The fifth house, romance, creativity, authenticity.
What's fascinating here is that we have the Sun, Venus, Mars, and a retrograde Mercury all pulling together in this deeply creative sector of your chart. When you take the heavy-hitting, action-oriented planets like Mars and Venus and submerge them in the emotional, mutable waters of Pisces.
Which speaks so beautifully to your fixed Scorpio water.
Yes, things get intensely passionate, but in a very fluid, boundary-dissolving way.
The mutable water is totally softening that rigid Scorpio armor. You know, my dears, we always joke about that legendary Scorpio intensity. You experience every emotion at a volume of 100.
Aha, yes, it is never a volume of 50 with a Scorpio.
Never. And with this stellium, you are going to be looking in the mirror, feeling extra emotional, vibrating with compassion, and you might actually stop and ask yourself, why do I always love so deeply? Why do I pour so much of my soul into people who don't have the depths to hold it?
That is perhaps the most profound question a Scorpio can ask themselves during this transit. And this is exactly where the retrograde Mercury comes into play. While Mercury is retrograde in this house until March 20th, it is acting as a ruthless cosmic editor for the manuscript of your romantic and creative life.
A ruthless cosmic editor. I like that.
It is forcing a deep psychological review. You're going to have this stunning, perhaps even jarring realization that some of the intense relationships from your past, the ones you thought were epic, dramatic, soulmate passions, weren't actually true passion at all.
But wait, if it wasn't true passion, what was it? Because to a Scorpio in the heat of the moment, that intensity feels like the ultimate truth.
It feels like truth, but often it was an escape. It was a trauma bond or a distraction from their own internal void. The retrograde is stripping away the romanticized nostalgia and showing you that the drama was just a way to avoid sitting quietly with your own immense power.
Oh, wow. So the drama was just a cover-up.
Exactly. But the beautiful news this month is that you are dropping the fear of being left in a void, my dear listener. You are realizing that your intensity is a sacred gift, and it shouldn't be wasted on situationships or dramatic escapes just to avoid being alone.
You are dropping the fear of being left in a void, my honeys. I want you to write that on your mirrors. And this completely reframes how we look at Mercury retrograde. I know the internet panics when Mercury goes backward, but for you, this retrograde is an absolute blessing.
Isn't it great? It is literally clearing up old romantic misunderstandings by exposing what was a lie and validating what was actually true. It brings immense crystalline clarity.
Crystal clear truth. And on a practical, joyful note, this energy is also beautifully channeled into creativity, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It is the absolute perfect time to pick up an old, abandoned hobby.
Yes. Did you used to paint, my lovely Scorpios? Pick up the brushes? Did you love swimming? Get back in the water.
It is also a fantastic time to renegotiate the rules and dynamics with any children in your life, creating a more authentic connection. You are rewriting the script of what brings you joy, which leads us perfectly to the glorious new moon on March 18th.
So what does this all mean?
It means the universe is handing you a massive, beautiful green light. This new moon, occurring amidst that Pisces stellium, is granting you full cosmic permission to be wonderfully, unapologetically eccentric.
The societal expectations we talked about shedding during the eclipse.
Yeah.
This new moon is where you throw them entirely out the window.
Exactly. If you want to dress differently, create wildly, or love outside the conventional lines, this is the exact moment the cosmic door swings wide open.
Stop dressing or acting the way society expects. Be the brilliant, mysterious, wildly creative Scorpio you were born to be. And from what the charts indicate, this new moon is not just a weekend vibe, my dears.
Not at all. This is the initiation point of a massive 36-month journey.
36 months. You are literally stepping away from heavy, burdensome emotional baggage and skipping, yes, skipping, into a phase of pure, unburdened adventure.
It is incredibly liberating. But as always, our goal is to make sure you are fully prepared for every single angle of the sky. If we connect this to the bigger picture, we need to integrate another layer from our stack of sources.
Ah, yes. The reality check.
We have been looking at the Western psychological map, but we also rely on the comparative Vedic text to get the complete 360-degree view. And when we look at that specific layer, we need to do a very practical reality check on the home front.
Yes, my honeys, we have to talk about your physical surroundings for just a moment.
Yeah.
Because it's fascinating. While the Western chart is promising this profound spiritual rebirth and unburdened adventure, the Vedic texts are waving a little red flag.
They are showing some extreme, highly combustible friction around your physical house and your vehicles this month. It is a classic astrological paradox.
When you are undergoing massive internal spiritual growth, the earthly material responsibilities often get neglected, or the sheer friction of your shifting energy manifests in your physical environment.
Exactly. The planetary alignments in this specific sector can manifest as sudden, unexpected issues with the things that keep you physically secure and moving.
So listen to me and listen carefully. Check your car insurance, my nasty birds. Make sure the appliances are working. Do not ignore that weird sound your washing machine is making, and do not drive around with a check engine light on thinking your new spiritual vibe will fix the carburetor.
Uh-huh. That is the most grounded advice. Be proactive. The energy suggests sudden renovations might be forced upon you, or mechanical things might just break down, requiring sudden, unexpected expenses.
Nobody likes unexpected expenses.
Right. And if you are prepared and you have done your maintenance, it manifests as a minor annoyance. But if you ignore the material world because you are too focused on the spiritual, it becomes a full-blown crisis.
Protect your peace and your wallet, my lovely Scorpios. It is all about balance. And while we are talking about this home and family sector, the texts also give a quick, warm reminder to check in on the mother figures in your life.
Yes, the cosmic weather right now makes the mother figures in a Scorpio's orbit a bit accident-prone, or perhaps just feeling unusually frustrated, impatient, and angry.
They are dealing with their own intense transits. Yeah. It might bleed into your interactions. So bring them some flowers, make them a cup of tea, and just give them some grace. Don't absorb their frustration.
That is beautiful advice. And now that we have bridged the spiritual with the practical, I think it is time to pivot back to the absolute goldmine in this month's charts.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Jupiter direct.
Ah, yes. March 10th. This is a date every Scorpio needs to have circled in gold ink. Jupiter, the great benefic, the planet of expansion, joy, and profound abundance, finally turns direct in your 9th house.
The house of higher learning, foreign travel, and ultimate destiny. My dears, this is where the universe literally hands you the keys to the kingdom.
It really is.
But I have a question about this. If Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, and it has been retrograde for the last 4 months, why didn't Scorpios feel that expansion then? What was actually happening behind the scenes when Jupiter was moving backward?
That is the perfect question to ask. When Jupiter is retrograde, its expansive energy doesn't disappear. It just turns entirely inward. For the last 4 months, Jupiter has been acting like an internal alchemist.
An internal alchemist, digging deep.
Exactly. It has been doing the deep, sometimes grueling work of building up your internal self-worth. You see, the universe cannot hand you massive ninth house blessings, like moving abroad or finding your true calling, if deep down you do not believe you deserve them.
All the imposter syndrome. The retrograde was a preparation phase, dismantling that imposter syndrome. That makes so much sense.
The expansion was happening in your self-esteem. You had to do the internal soul-searching first.
And now, on March 10th, Jupiter wakes up, turns direct, and the universe essentially says, okay, the internal vessel is strong enough, they are ready. All that internal alchemy is about to explode outward into the physical world.
The external manifestations of this shift are going to be stunning. We are looking at huge, horizon-expanding opportunities. The texts point to the very real possibility of international travel, moving abroad, or finally getting accepted into that dream university program you previously thought was out of your league.
Or winning legal battles. If you have been tied up in court or dealing with bureaucratic red tape, Jupiter moving direct is the ultimate cosmic victory lap.
It really is. It is also the sector of spiritual guides. You might suddenly stumble upon an incredible mentor, a teacher, or a philosophy that completely shifts your perspective and elevates your entire life.
The good news is just flowing, my honeys.
It is an unmitigated green light from the cosmos. But this raises an important question. When you are navigating your day-to-day life, how will the universe actually guide you toward these specific ninth house blessings?
Oh, this is my absolute favorite part of the research. The universe is going to get very chatty with you, my dears. It is going to speak directly to you through the most beautiful, undeniable synchronicities.
Exactly. The ninth house governs how higher consciousness communicates with us on the earthly plane. When Jupiter turns direct here, The signs lose all subtlety. They become incredibly palpable. You won't have to guess if something is a sign.
No, it will be right in your face. It is like the universe is dropping breadcrumbs made of neon lights.
Uh-huh. Neon breadcrumbs.
Truly. For example, my lovely Scorpios, if you are walking down the street agonizing over your love life, wondering if you should open your deeply guarded heart again, you might randomly turn the corner and see a couple passionately, beautifully kissing in the rain right under a street lamp.
Or if you are secretly seeking a massive career change but you are scared to take the leap, you will be in a coffee shop and you will overhear a total stranger loudly say the exact perfect quote you needed to hear to give you courage.
It is those precise moments that make you stop and say, what are the odds?
And the astrological answer is the odds are zero because it is not random. It is Jupiter actively paving the path for your destiny. You just have to be awake and present enough to see it.
Pay attention to the signs, my dears. The universe is literally winking at you, sending you little love notes everywhere you go. You are so loved and so supported right now. It is just breathtaking to see this mapped out.
It really is a tremendous month. You are shedding the old, heavy, toxic weights of societal expectation, surviving the friction of the material world, and stepping into a vibrant, deeply authentic, and incredibly lucky new reality.
I am just so happy for you. You deserve this spectacular good news. We have unpacked so much today from our sources, from the social shakeups and the death of the false ego, to the passionate clarity of the Pisces stellium, the reality checks on the home front, and the explosive synchronic luck of Jupiter.
And as we wrap up this beautiful exploration, I want to leave you with one final mind-expanding thought to ponder long after our voices fade away today.
Oh, I am ready for this.
Since you are actively shedding so much toxic social energy this month and simultaneously opening your heart to these wild, magical synchronicities, what if the very next random stranger you bump into holding a coffee holds the exact missing puzzle piece to that wild dream you've kept secret from everyone? Keep your eyes wide open.
Oh my goodness, what a thought. Keep those gorgeous eyes wide open, my honeys. You are stepping into your true power, and it is a joy to witness. We are sending you so much love, so many bright blessings, and infinite amounts of positive energy. Next month, your Scorpio is waiting for big surprises. In order not to miss it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel called What Do Stars Say? And if you like our horoscope interpretation of this month, don't forget to like it. Don't be shy to share your comment with us. We love you. Bye.